Hello, and welcome to the Nerd On Update, where we talk about all the nerdy news that we're excited about from the previous week.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm doing it like this.
Why are you doing it like that?
And then, for the second half of the show, we answer questions from you all, the people.
The people. Can you do that with a little more smile?
Yes, of course. Welcome to the Nerd On Update.
This time with feeling.
Take
that's
three,
going to be
take
in the
three.
episode.
It
My
is.
bad.
Yeah, it is. Super is.
Totally. I shouldn't use those during the recording.
So, a very
do.
exciting thing just to note, since this is a little bit of a historic episode for us,
Yeah.
is that this is the first episode that we're recording back in the studio with
14
all of
months.
us.
Cue applause.
14 months.
That's news
I
itself.
smacked my hand.
That is news. I'll take that as my news.
That's your news? That's Corey's
Dibs.
news for the week.
We're very close to 200 episodes of
Which
Nerd
is
on the podcast.
crazy.
Actually,
We're about to record it.
we're about to record it in the
We're
next
about to
couple of
record it
weeks.
Right now.
I mean, not right now.
Right now.
Whoa.
This second.
Right now.
Right now.
Welcome. No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But
I can
yes.
touch Josh's face. See, look, get close to the mic. Get close to the mic. This is me touching his face.
Why?
Or me touching my body.
Nope.
I'm so sorry.
We're just so happy
is
to
today
be
the day that we
here.
vote him out?
I think so.
I'll vote with you. That's it. I'm in. I'll write my name. I'll vote myself
I am
off
the weakest
island.
link.
Yeah.
Goodbye?
Yes.
You know those
so,
confessionals in Survivor? Like, it's me. It's totally me.
So
I'm a
if you
stick you feel bad for. Of course you're voting me
can't
out.
tell, we're all a little giddy because we're so excited to be back here.
Yeah.
But yes, we
Yeah.
normally don't introduce ourselves on this show. But I will do news first before Tom, Corey, and Josh do. I'm
Wow.
excited.
Thank you.
For the first time, I'm not throwing Tom under the bus.
I was actually
Which I
pretty
normally do.
unexpected.
Yeah. Well done.
Woo! So something that I'm excited about is there's going to be more Smiling Friends, who Psychic Pebbles and Michael R. Cusack are working on. Zach was my gym buddy for a while, so it's really exciting to see friends have their things
I love seeing
blow
friends
up.
succeed.
Yes,
It's like,
it's
oh, go
just
you.
the best thing ever.
Must be
Yeah.
nice.
So it is nice.
To have
Thank
friends.
you, Tom. It is wonderful. One day you'll know.
Shoot,
buddy.
he's really showing the audience that we're not friends.
Oh no, they're gonna
Broke
figure
the
it out.
Dang it.
If I had any.
But yes, it's Smiling Friends is going to be coming later this year on Adult Swim. Very mature, dark show. Don't let your kids watch it.
Like this show.
Just
This is the darkest show you'll ever hear on Apple Podcasts.
just for reference, I think the trailer features two people and they went to go get their third friend part of the adventures of the show. And that friend has a gun to his head
Yes,
the entire episode.
the entire episode.
So just that kind of, subject matter. So
Yes, it's very.
See,
it's
I love
very
David
intense.
Fincher, and so this seems right up my alley.
it's a
Hell
little
yeah.
bit,
Might be.
to me, it feels a little bit like the spirit of like Super Jail
I
in
love
that
it.
sense. in
Then
that
you would
sense.
probably love it.
Yeah,
I
it's
would-
Adult Swim.
But yeah,
I will
it-
definitely check it out then.
Yeah, later this year.
Later this year.
You get to decide who's next.
I say that Josh is going to go next.
Oh,
Hi, it's
so close.
me.
I saw where you
It's
pointed.
me. So what's up, everyone?
Oh,
You know who I am.
Mr.
I'm the
Pet-
Fallout 76 plebe, shilling out all my money towards Fallout 76. It's what I do here.
I was gonna say it's Josh Paddington.
Yeah. The only two things that I like are Fallout 76 and Paddington. That's what I do here. But Fallout 76 had some updates over the past couple of weeks in just terms of what's coming next and just letting us know what's coming next. Like a really exciting one. This may seem like not exciting, but it is. All of the currencies are being upped in terms of like how much you can have on hand and what you can
that is
get
a big
every
deal.
day.
Yeah, no, that's a big deal. Like, including like the rare.
Yeah,
currency?
like
Oh
gold
my-
bullions, you can hold 10,000 instead of just 5. The daily script that you can get instead of 150, that makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all because the guns are so expensive.
Yeah,
You basically can trade like 2 guns a day, even though you get 30 or 40 a day.
yeah, but you can now pick up 300 a day,
Okay.
and you're going to be able to hold on to 5,000 instead of just 1,000.
Oh wow.
That's quite a. And your daily caps, or I mean, your weekly, or no, the whole caps that you can hold on to is 40,000 instead of 30,000. So that's pretty exciting. Just as a player myself. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is already rolling out into the PTS, which is the public test server. They've also rolled out this thing called pre-made characters for the PTS, so people can just jump in and test it,
Oh,
Oh,
that's cool.
which is which is pretty cool. A lot of bug fixes, stuff like that. But I'm excited because we're gonna get some DLC in the next couple of months, and I'm just like,
Do we know anything
excited.
about it yet?
I do.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait,
boy.
wait. What do you mean? What does that mean?
NDA. I know exactly what that
wait, I get it now. I get it.
Immediately.
I got there. I'm a little slow.
Oh,
Anyway, who's
Back to you,
next?
Corey.
Oh, to me. So my news was very exciting and then very quickly not exciting at all
Oh.
about
Oh,
Dave
no.
Filoni. Well, here's the thing. So big headline came out and they were like, Dave Filoni to be the executive producer of all Star Wars things, blah, 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 blah. And the internet went wild. And then Disney and the Star Wars faction of it came out and been like, actually, he's been doing that for years. We just updated our website and everyone freaked out. Like, nothing's changing. He's going to continue the projects. He has the same amount of power. We just didn't put it officially out on our websites and all that kind of stuff and payroll. So he's had this position. That was going to be my big news, is that because I love Dave Filoni. And I think as far as like the Star Wars universe goes, he's got it.
He's holding the torch.
Yeah. He's holding the torch. And he had this wonderful interview where someone asked him, they're like, what's the best piece of advice George Lucas gave for you? And he's like, well, I love George. We've worked on a lot of stuff together. He's like, but the most important thing he told me was just remember that this is mainly for kids and it's to give them something to hope for and to give them some sort of drive and teach them some lessons along the way. So when this was announced, I was pumped. And then Disney was like, yeah, he's already doing that. So my news became very quickly like,
well,
my news now is Disney has updated their website and it's good
Back
to go.
and
It's gonna rain.
It's cool because he's all cowboy like, and
Yeah.
but also
Which is because Star Wars is a Western and a samurai.
yeah. I mean, and also staying with the
Film.
same news with Dave Filoni, like how he has more share or say at the table of what Lucasfilm does with Kathleen Kennedy in particular. I know a lot of people were kind of like, oh, well, hopefully he fixes all the issues X, Y, and Z. Let's not use our time to talk about things we don't like, but let's talk about things that we're excited for. But Dave Filoni in particular is wanting to go into live action filmmaking, and I think that's going to be really exciting. Kathleen Kennedy wants him on that track, and I think that's just.
I
really,
think it would be a good move.
It's
Because I haven't seen someone who fundamentally understands Star Wars this well.
well, it's something that you kind of hope that would happen with animation, that people would start being lifted up into higher positions. Like imagine if we had a Bruce Timm Batman, right?
Actually, can I? That's the sound. That's the sound I wanted to make from my mouth. But yeah, so that's my news. Disney's website up to date. Tom, over to you.
Back to me. So several
weird precedent.
things happened this past week. But one thing really important that I think I just want to get off first is the recent passing of Kentaro Miura. And he is the author, the original artist for Berserk, the manga, and he taken too soon at the age of 54. And I feel like it was kind of important, even though we haven't
that's a tough
covered.
one.
Yeah.
We haven't covered any of the material, but knowing that the audience that we kind of interact with and the communities that we're a part of are diehard fans and over supportive of these of the work. And I think the more lasting impressions to kind of talk about is like the work isn't finished. And so that's like the tough thing where like Bob Kane, all these people that were very prolific, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, they got to tell the stories and then got to have people take over. With the manga, and I think also with Caitlin, coming into comic book conversations, she was like, so they're like manga, but like fan fiction. And it's like because someone would take over, where in Japanese custom, typically someone's like writing all that. And of course, it's a community, it's a village, there's editors and stuff like that and assistants, but this is one person's singular vision. And to not see what happens with Guts and what happens with Griffin and what happens with all the other characters involved, because it was a long story, long form storytelling. And just want to have everyone on the interwebs and on the waves pour one out, baby, because he definitely deserves it. And the next thing that I want to talk about, I'll try to keep it short, is there's a lot of DC stuff. Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves are making a Batman animated series.
This is my favorite. No, you can't see it if you're listening, but if you watch the YouTube later, this thing is my favorite way of you giving news.
Oh, it's really quick.
Here it is. Here it goes. Putting it out.
He's throwing
It's
it
right
out.
there.
He's literally.
I gotta be quick. I gotta be quick.
I'm throwing it out of my hands. And then I'm moving that out of the way. Superman, my adventures with Superman animated series with Jack Quaid going to play Superman.
Wait. What?
Yeah, there's a new Superman animated series with Jack Quaid playing
Oh,
Superman.
good for him.
Oh,
That's gonna be great.
Yeah,
That's
for him.
awesome.
I know. And I wish I had, more time to talk about. But the big thing that I think is like really grand scale is AT&T it looks like they're stepping out of the Hollywood game.
This is the big news.
This is the big news.
Whoa!
And they're going to be spinning off Warner
big news.
Media, which is a combination of Warner Brothers Pictures, TNT, HBO Max, all the things that work under that umbrella. So all you Restore the Snyderverse fans obviously are going to be like looking at seeing what happens, and they're spinning it off to merge with Discovery Plus. And so that's really interesting because Discovery Plus isn't about scripted work. They're about non-scripted reality TV shows. But the CEO used to run NBC Universal for 20 years. And so he's good friends with, I forget the current CEO of AT&T, not Jason Kilar, but they talked it out. And so what's going to happen stake-wise is that AT&T is still going to own 71% of Warner Media, and Discovery Plus will own 29%. And a little fun joke: who knew that Disney Plus, L Plus were all just part of the math equation? So you could just buy all the products, like Disney Plus this, Discovery Plus that. So what does this mean? Why would they own 71% of a company that they no longer want to go into? And why did they spin off to begin with? They're in $151 billion worth of debt. And it kind of started out because they bought DirecTV, and when they had to sell it back, they only got about $14 billion back. So and that's the big crazy thing in the waves of Hollywood. But the Discovery CEO said, like, my number one focus is going to be our relationship with our directors. And so everyone's like, is he going to bring back that?
Everybody
right?
Oh,
all right.
Yeah?
But
is this for real?
But the tough thing is, like, so where is that 71%? Everyone's knowing that what's going to happen is that Discovery is going to take control of it and actually work with it, own that 29%, and they're going to increase the value of what Warner Media is. And then so when AT&T feels right, they can then sell off that 71% for probably $100 billion. So they can take off that debt. And a lot of people are suspecting that NBC Comcast or Comcast NBC will buy it. Will buy Warner Media.
Okay.
Whoa.
And a lot of people are speculating like that's too much. That's too much power. And the tough thing, and again, I don't like being the skeptic about the House of Mouse, but because of that FCC granted purchase, there is not a competitor for Disney now. Like, the fact that Disney has caught up to almost 10 years worth of Netflix is a bad sign, and it creates a precedent. So now, like, the very aggressive IP war is like in the front gates. And so, like, if you're not a fan of this, it's tough because everyone's gonna be like, well, look what you did with Disney and Fox. Like, so that's like the tough precedent. So it's interesting. I think everyone should just have a studious look at it and just keep an eye.
Oh, man.
Do some homework.
Yeah. It'd be wild.
Real quick, like a shout out to, we got some Black Adam teases. The actual hearings with Epic and Apple were yesterday. Tim Cook was put on the stand.
How did that go?
It doesn't appear that it went well for Apple. So
for Apple.
We'll see.
When you're too powerful, people want to,
Yeah.
Knock you down a peg.
whether you're in the right or wrong.
The next part of the
Restore the
show,
Snyderverse.
the next part of the show is in which we answer questions from you, the people,
No.
the audience. And there are...
It's always going to be this one for you guys.
Okay.
Oh, I just do this. I just
Get in the
all
way.
cameras. So we had so many ways to submit questions that I decided to just make a page on our website.
Yeah.
So go to nerdon.tv/questions, and it lays out all of the ways that you can send us questions. It can be email, it can be Discord, it can be, there's a lot.
I just wanted to say this is the way that entire time.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
okay.
the way.
This is the way.
But including joining us live on Twitch at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the chat, you can submit on Sundays. You can submit your questions. And if you are a member of the Nerd On Nation, nerdon.tv/Patreon, you do get what we call a Nerd On Nudge. Oh, we could actually be in unison.
Sync, yeah. Usually when we were doing it, she was like, nerd on nudge, nerd on nudge.
Nerd on
Nerd on nudge.
No.
Get that Nerd On Nudge. Also, I mean, huge shout outs to Nerd On Nation. They have helped us do a whole bunch of stuff. If you are a member of the Nerd On Nation, I posted a video this past week laying out everything that the Nation has helped us to do over the past year.
Correct.
So do check that out. We do a lot of like kind of vloggy kind of things over there. So get those personal updates. But you can ask questions like
what?
Like
what?
Like
what?
I got to get to it.
Oh.
But keep
You're
doing
hype,
that.
but hype.
Like
him.
what?
Like here we go.
Here we go.
All right. We were just talking about hype. Spencer, Spencer asks,
Can we vote me off the island?
No.
Okay.
what is something you learned about a co-host from doing the show?
Everything.
Oh, most things, really.
Everything.
Most things.
That, I mean, Josh likes Paddington a lot. Like
A
that
lot.
was legitimately from doing the show.
Yeah.
Or that, like you read comics, but very specific ones, and you hadn't really dived
Divin-
you hadn't dived it
Divin?
in to the larger pool of comics.
That's a word.
Jump
Look it
in.
up.
And I think for me, it's been less about like learning things about them, because that wasn't really what I learned doing the show. That was just being around them, but learning like specifics and tastes and stuff, like what one person doesn't like or does like. And it's kind of fun to factor that into your guess that Grump poll. She's like, okay, this has, gratuitous violence. Okay, well that's two people don't like that. All right, this narrative's a little messy. There's someone who doesn't like that at the table. So it's been more like as Tom said, would this be what's the mise en scène?
The minutia.
Yeah, the mise en scène.
I like how the minutia is the small details, and then
Yeah.
the mise en scène is supposed to be the big thing.
Yeah, but I use it the backwards way, because it sounds like a beautiful little like
Yeah, like you
Little
should do a
nugget.
chef's
I think
kiss at the
it's
end.
the mise en scène to me sounds like it should be the little garnish on top of.
You
a
mean
plate.
like the je ne
the
sais
Salt
quoi?
Bae?
the je ne sais quoi. But yeah, I think it's been more about the little things. Like everyone here learns that dad stuff is
This is Corey's bread and butter.
or,
And chill old white guys.
chill. It's not even old white guys. It's just chill old guys with beards now, as we
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Doesn't even have to be a dad.
No.
Just
Yeah,
chill old white guy.
chill.
What
Chill
about
old
you
guy.
guys?
We've learned about each other.
Mhm.
I think there is more similarity between Caitlin and I than I'm comfortable with,
Mm.
because they're not healthy.
Oh,
Like overworking,
Oh, yeah.
putting a lot of stress
yeah.
on yourself
yeah, we're
for no reason.
peas in a pod about that.
And it's the I think it's the growing up with too much anime of I can do it.
If I just push through, I can
Um,
find that extra pocket of strength.
Yeah.
I have
No.
learned from Josh that him and I are we think the exact same worries, but we think about it very
we are
differently.
yin and yang.
Yeah,
Like we
like,
are
we
the
lit-
perfect match.
We literally worry like, what does the audience think in two ways of like,
Yeah.
I don't want to upset them or disappoint them. It's like, how can I excite them? And it's that kind of stuff. And then with
Meanwhile, I'm over here just like breathtaking.
with Corey, it's kind of, I mean, I've known Corey a lot from before this point. And we've worked together on multiple things, but from this show particularly, this is a cool hack that I learned was that if I can ever like get out of a bad situation with Corey, it's like, you know what? I just don't like this opening narrative or narration of Lord of the Rings. And he's like, but and I was like, but I do like Lance of the Old Republic. And he's like, oh yeah.
Okay.
He'll just get it. He's like,
Yes.
you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you're my boy. It's like, and you know what? Peaky Blinders, man. He's like,
Oh yes. You just gotta throw fast color in there, and I'm gonna pass out.
and then I'll be like, you know what? I think I'm going to change my list of favorite TV shows. Scrubs is probably the number one.
All right, I won't be able to stand up for the next hour.
Oh my god.
Kaylin?
I feel like I've learned more. It's kind of been like the mole on the back of the neck
Like my mole on my chin.
things that I've learned about you guys.
I got mine removed. God.
Well, right. Calm down. I remember.
She can't hurt you anymore.
Wow, I can if I want. I'm right here.
That's true.
I mean, she can start hurting you again. is what
Yeah,
I'm
there we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Sweet.
No, just like, you don't know a person very well until you hear how they talk about things, the things that they like, the things that they don't like. So I feel like it's given me a little more inside view as to how your brains work. That sounds a little
goes,
bit morbid.
Wow.
She's Skylar from Heroes.
Yeah.
But like the
Get it?
things like Corey is very specific about certain things and they have to be a very specific way, but you're totally like leaf on the wind about other things. You're like easy breezy about some stuff, and some stuff is real freaking specific or else.
Yeah.
You understand?
And then
Yeah.
You understand?
Tom
What are you
is
pointing at me for?
You just nailed it.
and then Tom has this like wants to fuck with you. He wants to fuck around and find out, but then if he finds out that he hurt you, he'll be like,
Oh, my
"Oh
bad.
my god,
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry."
Yeah.
That's
like,
that's
genuinely.
go-to phrase for a while. Was oh my bad.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. And Josh, sweet baby Josh.
Yeah.
Is the youngest one here.
He is the youngest one here. The sweetest, babyest one here.
Sweet baby Josh in the house.
Josh is like a powerhouse human who thinks that he's like sweet baby puppy, but the reality is that you're like the tank.
Well, he does always pick warriors and
Yeah.
tank characters.
And I got to
Yeah.
put a scar on my face, so I've seen some shit.
so you know.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
likes high
Like-
dexterity.
Yeah. But he has like unwavering optimism that like it almost to a detriment because you don't want to be upset about things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
Question.
That's
Good
what
job,
I haven't
Galen.
answered.
We're all
I
doing
thought you
reads
did.
of each other.
Josh
thought
is
you
like, but
pointed at
I'm
me.
here.
No. For me, I mean, you learn a lot about people when you work together.
Mhm.
Like this, we've literally been, there have been days that we have spent over 12 hours in this room.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, and getting really into it. Getting way into content building and planning. And, you know, you learn a lot about, like, they talk about working with friends or having a business with friends. Just because I got to answer it. I'm not the youngest. I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
I'm like 72 years old.
I'm 72 years old.
No, that's
Your
true.
body is.
My body's 72, but I have the mind of a 15-year-old.
Mm.
The audience was going on. But I mean, I've just learned a lot about people and how much work, this sounds weird, how much everybody can do. Like how hard everybody at this table is working.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean,
Except me. See, Josh always like, I have the one job. And it's like 1 million.
I have a lot of jobs.
And I
Josh
have
does all the
the
jobs.
one job. And it's to not come here late. And then sometimes I'm late. So
Nah,
No.
nah. No, I've learned that these guys are my best friends.
Oh,
la la la.
sweet baby Josh.
Love you guys. Next question.
Love you
Next
too.
question.
Dougler, if you guys could record at any location, not your home or studio, where would it be?
Oh. The Chrysler building. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's a good question.
Any
Wait,
studio?
I've
Or
actually-
any location or any studio?
I've actually thought I'm pitching an idea live.
Okay.
I've thought of an idea for episodes of Nerd On Location
Okay.
where because we're in LA,
Yeah.
we can literally throw a rock and there's probably a famous filming location
Oh, yeah,
that we
for
could go
sure.
to, but we film and record at the location.
Yeah.
Like doing an episode on something and we're like there.
Gilmore Girls.
We
Go
can
film at Stars
on
Hollow.
Pure,
I-
on Pure
Yeah.
Space. You can get the wire towers that you're in 7. Where's what's in the box?
See,
And we're like, we have a box.
the only kind of like grumpy part about that and being in LA is that you have to have a permit
Mhm.
for everything.
For everything.
Or they will report you
Yeah.
so that you
it's-
get in
We almost
trouble.
got a
If
big
it's-
one for PAs.
If it's
at
out and
Griffith Park.
about,
Shout
yeah,
out.
and you have like a truck and it's in a public place, sure. But like if it's inside, like the Half a Glass, it was in Skinny's where they had
Yeah,
Little
that
Dickie's
wasn't
music
too bad.
video. And it was
Yeah.
like you don't need film permit, but we had a truck, so it's like we need to have one just to show like, hey, we're cool.
Right.
Crazy.
That's a good
Um,
answer.
That would be fun.
Galen?
Oh, I would like to go on the top of a mountain and do the show from there.
The sound
Griffith
person in me
Observer-
just went,
Oh, I know. I'm aware of how difficult it
So
is.
you can do Griffith
we could do
Observatory.
it. We could
Oh, I know we could.
do it. We did
I'm
one in the
aware.
middle of NAMM. No, E3.
E3.
We
Yeah.
did a
Yeah.
podcast episode in the middle
Yeah.
of E3. We
Oh,
can do anything.
It's doable. I want to go on like a very tall mountain
I'm down.
and set up this table and these mics
I'm so down.
and record it from up there so that like the city of LA is like weep big in the background.
The Hollywood,
Hollywood sign.
the Hollywood sign would be
Yeah.
fun.
I'd want to hire some security, maybe.
Nah.
It would suck if
Nah.
we got robbed.
Nah. That
Whatever.
might, yeah, that would
would
suck.
suck.
Okay.
That's why you go. To me, indoors, and so I'll go with mine. Mine is 1 Electra Court. What address is that? You say? Have you seen "I Love You, Man"? It's
Yes.
where the fart happens. Because I worked in that house for a movie, and the Annapurna was developing, and that was a production house for us. And it oversees all of LA, and I think it's a $32 million house. And it's on a hill. So you have nice views.
For those of you who don't know, the fart he means is in the movie. It's Lou Ferrigno's house
Yes.
that they're selling, and some guy comes to see the house and farts, and Jason Segel calls him out on it. He's like, "You like the house? Yeah. I don't know. It smells like fart in here." And he's like, "Oh my god."
It is 4 stories, and the room where the guy farts and walks into the bathroom is literally a whole bedroom.
Oh.
And that's where I worked out of for like 6 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Corey?
Oh, that's right. I got to answer the question too.
You did?
Yeah.
You were imagining.
I was just thinking
Recording,
all your guys' answers were so good. And I don't really have one because if we could record anywhere,
My mom's house.
yeah. And then Tom, what will we eat?
Hello.
Hello, baby. That's what we get. No. You know what would be cool? I've been talking with Zorian One, Anthony Steves out there, my best friend. And so we've been talking again about this, like doing discussions. I mean, kind of either on Instagram Live or something, but maybe full episodes on like the history of the WWE and covering these biopics and stuff like that. So wouldn't it be cool to record those in the ring of the WWE?
There's
like on
a
location?
ring that Brian Kendrick has a school in this area.
Yeah.
We could.
But is that like one of the WWE rings that they use?
Well,
for,
no,
like,
no,
Raw
no,
and
not
stuff?
for that. That's where he like they do training.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it'd be cool to do it in like
the center
in the
ring.
real ring that, like, you know.
Like I would
the
say,
WWE
if we
uses.
did it, it'd have to be a special episode, and we'd have to do actual theme music walk.
I got it
Oh
for you.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, theme music. What's up?
Nerd on the mat.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to spoil something here. I talked about ideas for the name of the segment because he would be teaching me.
Oh,
so we're
I
going
see.
to call it WWE, which was World Wrestling Education.
Oh.
And he could teach me everything about it. But anyway, for that segment, that's where I'd want to film. Look, we're doing it. All right, here we go.
I love
Next
it.
question.
Next question comes from General Gigarex.
Hey.
So I asked last time about favorite/worst customer story. Mostly answered with your time at the fruit stand TM. So as a follow-up, with you guys having IT background, what would be your most frustrating issue you guys have dealt with, or a routine, one that's regularly bothersome?
I got this
If you
one.
don't have an IT background, what is a?
Oh no, I've
This
done.
can be IT stuff, hardware issues, or buzzing in audio.
There's two. There's two for me. And it wasn't that they were like annoying to fix or hard to fix. It was just the volume that we got of these. And one was that at the fruit stand, people would come back saying their phone's not working. They can't hear anybody out of it. Why isn't this working? And as they're complaining at me, I would take the plastic covering that they forgot to take off the phone that would be blocking the speakers.
They don't
and microphone.
forget. They want to keep it on because they want to keep it all pristine.
Yeah, but
and
it
stuff.
blocks all the speakers. The other one was that my phone's not ringing. I'm not getting text message alert. My phone is broken.
Little moon.
Little crescent moon. You turned on Do Not Disturb somehow and you forgot about it. So like
The shortest Genius Bar appointments ever.
those were, for some reason, they annoyed me the most. And I got to find that sketch that I wrote about the Apple support page because it was all about family members and people calling, being like, my phone's not working. We'd always be like, do you see a little crescent moon in the top right-hand corner?
And the tough thing I think with that, and just to give you a flavor, like it's not that we don't want helping people. We don't want to help people, but there's two sins. If you do it too fast, then you make the consumer feel stupid that they didn't know. So you'd have to kind of placate to them and be like, oh, you know, that happens all the time. And even though you're kind of like, you shouldn't have bought this then. Because it's like, how do you have this technology? You don't.
Tom just got real.
And it's like, but you don't know how to actually take care of your electronic devices or don't know how to use it. And then the other sin is that you just tell them and they're like, well, why did I even come here? It's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You didn't use your phone that has Google to Google it.
I mean, like, again, like to Tom's point, and it was also the people who were super nice about it. I never mind. Like, the thing about working in retail is I'd say 80% of your day is you being treated like you're a piece of trash. And then the other 20% who treat you like a human being, you will go above and beyond.
Oh, yeah.
So those people who are like, I just want to call my family.
It's 4
and I
months
can't
out of
hear
warranty.
them," and
I
was
will do whatever I can for you.
want. The one I got 4 times while working at Apple, which was my least favorite actual issue, was people telling me they dropped their phone in water. They would hand it to me and then tell me they dropped it in the toilet while they were peeing after I was already holding it. So that'll be my official answer.
Josh or Caitlin?
Caitlin's face.
Caitlin, go.
Caitlin,
Josh
go.
is like
No,
ready
because
to.
I've experienced that.
Okay. Yeah.
Josh knows what's up.
Yeah. This
I've seen some stuff.
just
And some things.
related to IT things, I had to teach my mom how to use WordPress. And it took me 15 to 30 minutes to get her to the login page.
I'm sorry.
Hell yeah.
I love you, Mom. I love you so much.
You learn what I'll tell you from an Apple perspective.
Fruit stand.
We've fruit stand. We've said it.
Well,
We've
it's
said
too
it out
late.
loud.
It's already out.
Part of our training is how to talk about
Mhm.
technology, and like Bonnie's mom, like that experience. I feel,
Shout out.
I can feel that conversation of like, no.
Well, there was actually like a 2 to 3 year period because we wanted to have, she's an elementary school music teacher and she makes her own curriculum that we're packaging to sell to other teachers. And so we had this website and she wanted to make little posts about like, I'm working on this, I'm
That's
working on
sweet.
that.
Yeah.
So, but it took, I'm going to say a solid 3 years to get some, because she didn't know how to find anything. So
Again,
it took a little while.
Hour to get to the login screen.
It took a lot.
Took a lot.
I'm
But
okay,
you know
everybody.
what? It's fine.
It's fine.
But she's now taking like classes for websites and Google, and she's like, I understand everything.
I did.
So,
I did enjoy teaching at that job. It was a different
okay.
type of customer. It was the people who were willing to
want to know.
Yeah, or the people who I think there is a piece of pride people can have for putting their pride away, being like, look,
I don't know. Yeah.
And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. And the people I taught were the types of people who were like, I don't know, but I wanna. So I respect that.
That's my mom.
Thom?
Thumb.
This is IT particular questions, and this is the bad experiences.
Well,
Hardware,
it was
software.
like
just
difficult
like
or
something that was rough.
or least favorite. Like mine weren't technically IT in a sense. It was just like in that
there was
industry.
a time.
Most
the same
frustrating
industry.
issue
Most frustrating issue.
you guys have dealt with, or a routine one that's regularly bothersome.
Which mine were, yeah.
I mean, because we talked about it a little bit before, so I don't want to retread the same thing. But I would say one tough thing that learning within the IT world was like a team building. That really irritated me because it was like, look, the world is
That tracks.
tough enough.
I'm just kidding.
The day-to-day is tough enough. Let's actually be helpful towards each other.
Yeah.
And let's like look out for each other. And then people were just like, no, I'm going to clock in, clock out whenever I want. And I
Collect a
don't care.
paycheck and
You're
Hit
out.
the road, Jack, and I'm out of here.
And we talk about like hurting kittens here all the time, and it's funny, but like this was like more like hurting like monsters. Like and it was just like, why are you like this? It's like, and I would have heart to heart and look at these people and be like, I hate this job too. Like, but don't make it everyone else's problem.
He's talking about me.
I
always
Corey was a lot to
That
deal
tracks.
with.
No.
Well, it's just kind of
No,
like
no.
like help each other out, and so that was my main thing.
I tried to be a team player the best I could.
And it came down to like, putting your devices away or leaving charging blocks and stuff like that. And you're like, dude, just God, help us. Help me.
help me.
Yeah,
help
like,
you.
Well, it's just like, dude, you're hurting me. Me? Now you have a
Help
face.
yourself.
I know you don't like this person who comes in all the time, but me. And so that was probably the most outside of a tech thing.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like at some point we should cover like delivery, food,
Service industry.
service industry stories.
Yeah, I got
because,
some-
boy,
I got some-
Oh, yeah.
hefty.
I got
We got some
stories and scars.
So let's hear it.
Yeah,
Josh,
tell us.
Josh actually
Um,
was in the IT part of it.
Yeah, I was actually in the I got to take stuff apart and put it back together. Honestly, like software.
Really?
Software issues were always because hardware, it's easy to explain. There's this
part.
hardware thing that it's like, see this bracket?
That's not supposed
why.
to go like this. It's supposed to be like this.
Steve's hard drive bracket. You know. Hardware is super easy to explain, but explaining software issues were always the hardest thing
Yeah.
because it's like, I'm sorry, man. There's like lines and lines and millions of lines of code that go into there's a lot. You cannot delete your library folder because you don't have a library card. That was a thing. That was an appointment.
What?
Software issues, just like Apple ID email address, that kind of stuff, where it's just like it comes up. It's like, oh, that's That's not my
not my email
password. That's
address.
not my email. That's not what my Apple
Security
ID
questions.
is. No, it is. I understand that you probably have 4 different emails.
Yeah.
We need to figure out which one.
Yeah.
So I mean, software issues were always the hardest ones to be like, especially at the end, because you know what the answer is. And I've had people be like, no, I don't think that's it. My last appointment at Apple, I feel bad for this, kind of, but one of my last appointments at Apple was somebody, I explained what their issue was, and I'm not proud of this. So let me just tell you, my response was pretty snarky. They're like, no, I don't think that's it. And I was over it. And I was like, I'm sorry. Are you certified? Not the nicest moment in my life, but I was over
Josh chose violence that day.
Not today, Satan. Yeah, no, it was, yeah. So software was always the crux where like even other geniuses would be like, oh, that's software. Go you.
Well, and it's to the point of like they just want to hear what they want to hear.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear like that the issue is something else, and they're like, no, it can't be. And it's like sometimes it is that simple, sometimes that complex.
Yeah. And I'll say most of the people are very nice. These are like these stick out just like as bad experiences usually stick with you longer than the majority of good experiences you have.
We're also asked specifically for the bad ones.
Yes, exactly.
So that's why we're going the negative
Ask
route
us
right
the
now.
positive ones.
Yeah.
Ask us the positive ones.
Next question.
Yeah,
So now
actually, the rest of the questions, back to you, Tom.
All right, so now is the time where y'all can ask on the chat, but I am going to try to screenshot them and then ask them because that's the
Hell
only
yeah.
way I can do this right now.
Genius.
It's the only way I can do this.
You could have typed it on my phone.
Well, you didn't give me the phone yet. Anyway, so the first question I'm going to ask that was in a prior update was from Burkhalter B.
Burkhalter.
Have you seen The Nevers on HBO? I'm loving it.
No.
I have.
What'd you think?
I liked it. The mid-season finale. I don't know if you've ever had this
It's not
experience.
done yet, right?
No, it's not done yet. They just had the mid-season finale last week, and it's one of those shows that I don't know if you've ever experienced this with a show where you're like, "This is what it is," and you've watched, and then they get to like the mid-season finale, and you're like, "I got nothing. I don't know anything about this show. They just went off the fucking rails."
I mean,
Not yet. I haven't had that, I think, yet. Maybe with Berserk. And but that was a season 1.
I'll say with Supernatural, not in that same sense, but like halfway through season 2, I was like, I thought I knew what the show was going to be, and this is fucking
You
wild.
still don't know what the show
No,
is.
but like
You'll
I think the narrative I understood, but like the stuff they started pulling halfway through season 2, where they're like, let's just make an alternate. Like I was like, what? This is wild. Or like they did entire episode set in the 1920s horror movie genre, and it's just like I love it.
No more witches or jinns. Today are actual serial killers.
Yes.
Like, what?
what?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to season 2 yet.
We'll see.
Oops.
That's not season. That's
you'll see.
further too.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I have not watched The Nevers yet, and I'm
I
a
have not
little
either.
conflicted because I like the work of Buffy and of I guess a little bit of Firefly. I know this blasphemous, but Joss Whedon co-created the show. So it's a little contentious of like, should I watch this? And there's a moral ground of like, I want to support the people who actually who are here, who worked hard for it. But it's like, do I condone this and stuff like that? So I haven't jumped at the go to watch the show yet. But I do. I saw the commercial. I was like, oh, powerful women with superpowers in like the Victorian era. This seems awesome.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
what
like-
got us. We were like, "You mean X-Men
Yeah.
in Victorian era? I'm in."
This seems
Breathtaking.
awesome. Joss Whedon, not so awesome. You know, so
Not so.
not so awesome.
Taking.
Probably pretty bad.
I want a soundbite of that. Just Tom going, not so awesome.
Oh dear.
More
Caitlin,
power, please.
Easy.
I
Caitlin,
have not seen it. But now that I know that it's Victorian era superheroines,
It's pretty cool.
I'm down.
I have not seen it either, and I'll be honest, straight up transparency, probably won't for a little while. I'm watching Death Note right now and a bunch of other things for this show.
Death Note, Supernatural.
A bunch of things. So
A lot.
we'll get there. And then shout out to Burkhalter B. I still need to watch Picard because
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a request of his. So I'll get on it.
Yep.
Next question, Tom.
next question from Black Diablo Mamba.
Mamba.
Question.
Mamba.
Nerd on convention. What your booth
We
Who
did
would
that
you-
last
we
week.
did
We
that
did that one. Okay, cool. So next question. Sorry, I love you, Mamba. Nate Hawk, 1989. Is there any part of E3 that y'all are excited about the most? Can we expect any form of stream from y'all about it? E3 is offering co-streamers for people to stream the broadcasts.
Oh.
I know you had your news about E3 a while
did.
ago.
I don't know. Wait.
We haven't
E3
discussed
is,
anything yet.
The week mid-June, right?
Yeah. I mean, pulling back the veil a little bit, this is our first day back in studio, and it's kind of
We haven't talked about nothing.
we have. There's only been so much we could do over the past 14 months.
June 12th through the 15th.
So
Oh, yeah.
it's not
Maybe.
outside the realm of possibility, but we haven't talked about it.
I'm going out of town, but I get back on the 12th. So we'll see.
Ooh. It's a possibility. I would. I mean, if we don't cover it there, we'll cover it here on the live update every Sunday.
It's usually like the week after E3, our news is
The
what
news
was
from
announced.
E3.
Like,
Yeah.
because usually we're losing our shit over something that's like, oh, hey, cool.
Oh, God.
Just like that, too.
Yeah, usually.
Did it ask what we're excited about for it?
Yes.
I'm hoping for a Fable 4 trailer, like an official trailer. Josh?
We were there when the logo reveal happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm most excited for. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's if I could put one thing out there for E3 to deliver to me, it would be a
But
true
it'll be-
Fable 4 trailer.
It'll be a Xbox exclusive, and I won't be able to experience it. But that's
Oh,
okay.
Well,
You have a PC.
That's true.
Yeah, you
It'll
have
be
Game
on
Pass.
PC.
That's true.
You know,
That's true. That's true.
Games.
any of the like Arkham ones.
Maybe I was gonna say like I do want to see more gameplay of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League because
Samesies.
it's rock steady and gameplay for them is really really good, but also how are you gonna play with like multiple characters? It's just something so different than what they've done before. Gotham Knights, I think it's gonna be a fun game. I'm not expecting too much of it, but like other games,
I think the co-op could be fun. And did they mention cross-platform at all?
with Gotham Knights, I think in particular.
So that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you could just load in, drop in.
Yep.
So there's no loading screens. Like I want to play with Corey. Boom, load in.
Kaylin?
I don't know.
Okay.
I like video games.
And scene.
Fable 4.
Yeah.
All right. For us, she's doing what she's taking.
I am hoping to see some stuff from Horizon Zero Dawn, or Horizon Forbidden West, because that's coming out in the next few months. So I'm excited to see some of that action.
Nice.
I really feel like there was a game I was super ultra excited about.
I guess
Back for
not.
Blood?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's one.
Hero henchman
excited about that.
story.
They get to
Back
Henchman
for
story.
Back for Blood might
Henchman
actually
story.
show some like true gameplay levels.
I'm ready for that.
At E3.
Yeah, you guys had the same news
That's
topic.
true about the
Yes.
cards. that
Well, really, it
That's
was
the day I
news
was
to
going.
Caitlin.
Yeah,
it was news to me.
just like Jackie Chan remake.
yeah.
So that is actually all.
Oh, this post is from 2017. Well,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's how we started the news to me
That was
segment.
that's awesome.
So that's actually all the questions I have saved up. So
Okay.
now all the questions are going to be from today's chat.
sweet.
So ask away, and I will try to keep
there
up.
was some.
I had
wasn't there
to-
Yes,
Oh,
he,
okay,
he
you're
got him.
keeping
He
them.
got him.
I
He
am.
got him.
So first one is from General Gigarax. When will Carrier Pigeon be added to the method for questions?
Oh,
I'm working on it.
Okay.
There's
How
there's
many
some
are trained up?
permits. There's some training that.
I
has
know
to-
you had some free time.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of free time. I talked
much
to
free
a
time.
trainer, a pigeon trainer, and surprisingly affordable. We can do it. We
We're
need a
hoping
few
to
more.
get Luna out on the field first
Yeah.
and get her just
Next
first
week
in the
we need to bring
vicinity.
Luna on.
Yeah, we will.
So-
Can I hold her?
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
cool.
you know what? Actually, for those that are new to us being in studio, that you guys became part of this community over the course of the pandemic, our hype emote on Twitch with that little cute puppy face is Luna.
Mm-hmm.
The Luna we speak of is that Luna, who is a cute little puppers.
I was gonna say like if you want any way, not saying you have to put yourself out. We have a PO box,
That's
We
true.
do.
and we can open this stuff up on the streams now
I should
together.
probably.
Yeah,
But-
we could open fan mail and stuff like that live on Sundays.
Yeah.
I would write letters. I love writing
us?
letters.
I would write letters.
No,
here.
to people who send us letters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she was like, oh, I'll do it.
I'll send a
I was
letter.
like, she's a fan.
Go
This
to our,
next question is from Kaylin.
What?
What are we doing for lunch today?
Will we have
I love
Panda
it.
Express?
But also we are getting a certified drone operator.
yeah.
So they're just going to walk with Luna
Yeah.
on a drone.
Yes.
Luna's like legs fluffing in the air, like I will get there in time.
I have the next question.
Are you saving the Discord ones for?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
So when you get it to us not in the chat, those go into our bank. And then when they're in the chat, they go into today.
There you
Cool.
go.
Got
So
it.
the
Dig
next
it.
one is from Dragon X Omega.
Hey.
At Nerd On, Tom, why do you eat babies and rummage the trash in Stardew Valley? And are you going to? Oh, I didn't get the rest of it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't get the rest of it. Are you going to?
Unprofessional.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I got it. Rummage through the trash and in Stardew Valley. And are you going to bring that to Iron Chef at Nerd On?
Oh my God. The answer better be no.
First of all,
Wait,
or-
wait.
so there's multiple questions.
Yeah, hold on.
First of all, they taste
Explain
good.
the baby
They
thing.
taste good. Oh, I don't know what it was. So
Backstory. We need backstory.
we were playing Stardew Valley. It was my first
Uh-huh.
time ever, and Caitlin's like, "I'm going to teach you," and I'm a slumlord, and you live
That's
in
what
a
she
shack.
sounds like.
Yeah. But
That's what I sound like.
I'm
I,
gonna teach you.
I'm gonna teach you how to play Stardew Valley.
But only
and-
when talking about Stardew Valley does she
and
sound that
I
way.
don't know what it was, but you were saying, "Oh yeah," and then there's little babies. I'm like, "Can I eat them?"
Yeah, the first question. Oh, it was the little apple babies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The there's little apple babies in the community
they're
center.
like spirits.
Corey.
Junimos
And
are what
then-
they're called.
Corey, we missed so much.
I didn't mean to hit that one.
But still, and so like they're apples, right? They're
Yeah.
apple spirits. I'm like, can I eat them? Though?
I called them apple babies, and he's like, "Can I eat
like,
them?"
are they like
First
apple
question.
sprites? First question isn't like, what do you do with them?
He's like, "Can I eat them?"
Can I eat them? Because look, at these games, and like I say, I like to just figure out as far as I can go with the game, and that's it. So, why do I eat babies?
Test the limits.
Don't clip this, please.
Too late,
Well,
dude.
William?
Because one, I no first time for everything. Two, and are you going to bring that to and rummage through trash and start? Oh, I do.
Yeah.
And so if you rummage through trash and a villager sees, they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm
He
sorry."
did that twice in a row.
And then it tells everyone that Tom got caught looking through trash. And because treasure for me. Your
No.
trash, my treasure. My life, your entertainment.
Tom got caught rummaging through trash.
Not once, but twice.
Whoa,
and
whoa.
Tom tries to break games. He did it on Knights of the Old Republic the other day.
yeah, multiple times. And so am I going to bring that to Nerd On? Sure. Would love Iron Chef. I think a test of cookery to see what kind of ingredients or what things can you make with things that aren't desirable, right? You know?
like
babies?
babies.
Depends.
Are we gonna find like a no? Never mind.
Nope, don't finish that. Don't start
grapes,
it.
right? They're just
Never
baby
happened.
raisins.
Do we find a meat that tastes like
No,
baby?
no, Corey.
No.
And then we figure out what spices theoretically would season a
Thank
baby
you
well.
for your question. Give us another one, please.
Down your babies.
Next question also from Dragon X Omega. How dusty was the studio when you guys got back in?
I found a spider web on my mic.
There's one right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually like my home
Not that
studio.
not that
I
dusty.
cleaned it just recently when I got my new desk.
He
And,
lives here, so
Josh,
yeah, this is
Josh
my
works
house.
in here.
Yeah.
Really, it's just like, and he does move things around pretty often. So it
Yeah,
wasn't really
I
that
need
dusty.
to.
There was like a single spider web, and I'm the one that found it.
Hell yeah.
she was like, "You had one job."
Yeah, Josh.
Unrelated story. So Bonnie one day was drinking
Immediate panic.
she was drinking her coffee and she drank her coffee. And we do this thing where we reuse our coffee cups, we rinse them out and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Well, one day she obviously forgot to rinse hers out and she was starting to drink it and she finished it. And at the bottom was a spider web. Like, you know how a spider builds a little tube thing?
Oh.
There was a spider in there.
No.
Yeah, it was bad.
Bum, bum, bum.
I like it.
I don't like it.
The hash slinging. The slash slinging.
We started calling coffee spider juice.
No, no, no.
Yes. Spider juice.
You want some spider juice?
No, I don't. No, I do not.
No. No.
Get
Say
the
no.
spoons out of your coffee.
Yeah.
Spider
Spooder
juice,
juice.
and eating babies makes your hair grow long.
No,
Yeah.
that's not how that
Protein.
works. No, no, no.
One
Chad,
more
what's
question?
up?
One
Yeah.
more question,
One more.
and I got one here.
I think
and
one
it's
more, yeah.
from the chat, and it is
Stalin.
from the Azorian one.
Oh.
Yes, my best friend.
He's asked me this multiple times. Has the Nerd On crew watched Warrior yet? And are you obsessed with it? With this Bruce Lee inspired epic as I am. This is not the Warrior movie that I've been trying to get Corey to watch. but
A
it's
different
on-
one.
It's on HBO Max. It was originally on Stars, and it had two
Thought it
seasons.
was on Cinemax.
Cinemax, and then HBO Max
You're welcome.
got it. Thank you.
Is it a TV show?
It's a TV
yeah.
show, and it's about a character during
Pretty dope.
a height of racism against Asian Americans or Asian immigrants, and it's Bruce Lee. It's a Bruce Lee story
Huh.
that he, I think, helped create.
Interesting.
And they just got renewed for a season 3, and it's one of those things where shows that aren't on that makes a big streamer get a second life, and a lot of people have been really wanting this show.
Yeah.
So you've watched
Haven't I
it?
yet? I've
Yeah.
watched the ad play all the time, and it looks dope as hell.
I've started to watch it. I'm like towards the end or the last half of season 1. There's one episode in season 1 that's more of like an off. It's just like kind of like a filler episode that is so dope. So dope. It's like a Western. Yeah. Anyway, really cool. It's a really cool show. Just a lot of other things.
Again, a
Came
lot
on.
of other things to watch. Right
Yeah.
now.
A lot of things we have to watch for homework.
I don't know anything
End
about it.
sentence. No.
Yeah.
I don't. No, just kidding.
I don't-
Caitlin is done.
No.
Okay, yeah, Tom,
About that
and you.
specific-
No,
You
I haven't
said
watched
that,
it.
yeah.
Steve's has asked me multiple times, and I'm like, dude, you know what I'm working on.
I just
and
like to
Yeah.
I'm so
imagine
busy.
that he shows up in your home in various corners and closets, and when you lay in bed at night, there's
pulls
not
an
that
Edward Cullen,
yeah
just
just
watches
watches
me.
you sleep, and then if you wake up
or like a Brandon
"Ah,"
Routh Superman.
and you like open your eyes, he's like, "Do you watch Warriors?"
Keep an eye out
Warrior.
for the Azori one in season 2 of PAs.
Oh, I'm just ready to watch more PAs, honestly.
Yeah. So that's it.
Dun,
That
dun,
is
We did
this
the
week's
first in-
update.
Studio live,
So good.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh
Nope.
Coming
no!
out- Sorry,
Everybody at home.
Corey, you piece of shit.
Everybody at home, thank you so much for watching. If you are on Twitch Live right now, or if you are on YouTube, if you do listen, thank you so much for listening. We are everywhere: Apple, Spotify, Google. We're everywhere. Whatever you want, wherever you want to listen, we're there.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. If you're new to Nerd On, check out our website, nerdon.tv. It has all of the information on everything that we do, all the linky links on
That's true.
everything, in case you forget. So nerdon.tv. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The Nerd On Nation. If you would like to help our show continue to grow and just keep being the best that we can be, join the Nerd On Nation. It does over the past year, it has allowed us to do so many things, allowed us to upgrade and continue going, really. And we have some big ideas, big dreams that we want to keep doing with this show. If you would like a full breakdown of the ideas that we have and what we need to do, check out a movie. Check out a video.
That messed you up. We did all of this and you didn't blink, and then
And it all stopped.
that's what got you.
Yeah.
Check out our movie.
Check out. I made a video as a just kind of a thank you, and
Someone call it a movie.
yeah, some might call it a movie. But it lays out everything that we've done over the past year with the help of the Nerd On Nation and what we plan to do, what we would like to do. So do check it out because, like we've said, the nation, everybody that watches on Twitch, the subscribers, that's how we continue to do what we do. That's how, if there's something that we need to do, it's the audience. It is the audience. So check it out,
The
nerdon.tv /Patreon. And check out our Discord, nerdon.tv /Discord. Continue the conversation over there. There's also question servers, channels that you can submit questions for.
I feel like maybe
today's
we
show.
need to fuck with you so you don't mess up. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
you're.
It's just how it works.
just
Like I
finish
have
it up.
like locked on focus.
Who
So
knows? We might make a movie.
we might make a movie.
What if we did?
Maybe a motion video.
You know what it'd be called? Breathtaking. The movie.
All right. That has been it. Thank you so much, everybody.
Woo!
We're doing the thing.
All right.
All right, everybody. You know the drill. As always,
Nerd
on!